As you know, here at Right Side Broadcasting Network, we are all over the place. We just wrapped up a trip on the West Coast. Now we're headed to Florida for CPAC. To talk about that and a whole lot more is our own Liz Willis, who's in charge of everything and getting our team to places, organized to bring all this content to you guys. And she joins us now to talk about that and a whole lot more. Liz, I got to say, I'm digging the hairstyle right now.
Thank you, Brian. We're trying something new, but yeah, we're so excited about CPAC. That's probably the biggest event that we have coming up to look forward to. It's going to be this upcoming week, the 25th through the 28th, and it's going to be in Orlando, Florida this year, which is exciting as compared to the previous years in Washington, D.C. So we might get a little sunshine.
Absolutely. Okay, let's talk about if someone's not familiar with CPAC, if someone's kind of new to the conservative movement, let's talk about what CPAC is and the type of speakers that one can anticipate hearing from.
That's a great question. I was not familiar with CPAC in 2017 when it was my first time to go, so I'm glad you asked. It stands for the Conservative Political Action Conference, and the type of speakers are pretty much any leading political figures involved in the GOP or the Conservative Party. It really varies. It could be business people, politicians, really anything that's somewhat had an effect within the past year on our political party.
Of course, we're going to have team coverage for all the events starting on Thursday, going up to the, I guess the closing act there. Just announced a few days ago that former President Donald J. Trump is going to speak at CPAC, and that's really his first time, right? Since all this things have been going down, this is his first public appearance. Is that right?
Absolutely. Sorry if you hear my dogs barking.
Which, by the way, what's your name of your dog, by the way?
The loudest one that you might hear is Mel. That's Portuguese for honey because she's a sweetheart. But so, yes, Donald Trump is scheduled to speak. He'll be speaking on Sunday at 3:40 p.m. And this is a big announcement for CPAC. Of course, he's one of the largest political figures that you could possibly imagine speaking really anywhere in the world right now. So to have him at CPAC is a huge breaking news announcement. We're very excited about it. He'll be speaking, like I said, at 3:40 p.m. on Sunday. And we're just excited to see what he has to say, to be able to broadcast this message live, because he's kind of been in hiding for the past few weeks or so. And I know a lot of people like myself are missing him, and we want to know what's going on. You know, what are his plans? What is he going to do next?
And we'll have a team inside the speaker area, plus we'll have a team outside on Media Row that can bring you all. Who knows who walks by Media Row? We'll try to grab all the personalities as we can. So that's coming up from Thursday to Sunday. And then we're off to Texas to team up with Scott Pressler. And of course, if you're not familiar with Scott Pressler, he started kind of his public campaign years ago of cleaning up America's dirtiest cities and picking up all this trash and really making a difference in a lot of neighborhoods. But now he's moved on to doing a little bit more of a voter registration push, and he did that for 2020 election. Now he's doing that again for 2024. So we're going to team up with Scott, Liz, and we're going to go around and really educate people on how to get involved on their local level in politics, which you and I have talked before. Some people, they want to make a difference. They don't know how to do that. And perhaps it's just volunteering to be, an election official, a monitor.
Yeah, we saw, especially in the state of Georgia, where I'm from, how important it is to have volunteers, poll watchers, whatever it may be. It's wonderful that Scott is using his platform to educate people how to get involved on the local levels. I think that's one of the biggest challenges that we face as conservatives is, okay, we don't like what's going on. We don't necessarily see a candidate that we like, but how can we ourselves change this? What can we do? And I've never seen someone work so hard. I suppose he takes after President Trump in this, but he's just been working so hard to get people educated and to teach them how to primary. So I'm also interested in learning because, quite frankly, I don't know how to do this either.
Yeah, it's almost like a boot camp 101 for politics. So March 1st, Beaumont, Texas. March 2nd, League City, the Galveston, Texas area. And then March 3rd up in Houston. And then we've got some other things that developing. You're going to go back to the West Coast and follow up on the Gavin Newsom recall efforts that are going on there. You'll be in San Francisco and Sacramento. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. That is going to be the 6th and the 7th, I believe, of March. So we're very, very excited to get back out to the West Coast. It's a beautiful place and it just needs a little bit of help, but we're excited to broadcast that. And that is going to be under Scott Pressler's leadership as well. And I think we've got something going on the 5th, correct?
I think so. We're headed to New York City, and that was New York City. That's a reference to a salsa commercial. Those are out there are laughing right now. I'll keep my job in what I do now and stay off the stand-up stage. But I guess a gigantic flag-waving ceremony happening at Times Square in New York City. So we're going to go out there and see what that's all about, just like we did in West Palm Beach as thousands of people turned out for that event. I can only imagine, Liz, could that be the case in New York City?
I have learned to not underestimate the power of conservatives and the amount of support that is going to come and show out for President Trump. I learned to put my foot in my mouth when it came to estimating rally sizes and crowd sizes. So I think it could be a really wonderful turnout. We also have some exciting things similar to this flag unfurling that are going to be happening at CPAC. So if you want to make sure that you're up to date on all of these fun and exciting adventures we're going on, then make sure you're following Right Side Broadcasting Network on Twitter and Instagram. Our handles on both of these are at RSB Network, and we post a lot of last minute news there because most of what we do is last minute. So it's hard to make sure everyone is up to date on everything if you're not following us on those social media channels.
Yeah, everything is last minute. If you follow Liz and I, we're hardly at home. I mean, she's at home right now for a hot minute, then she's off on the road, and I'm here back in Dallas. So if you're not following us personally on social media, which is a great way, Liz, let's go ahead and give out your handles on that as well.
Thank you, Brian. Yes, please follow me on Twitter. It's at Liz Willis with an underscore at the end. That's LIZWILLIS _. And then I'm also on Instagram at Liz Willis. It's just my name. And those are just fun places. I post a lot of our travels on there. So please do. It's a great way to interact and get to know our viewers.
Absolutely. All right. I'll see you in a few days in sunny Florida. Can't wait.
I'm excited, and I'm sure we'll talk soon before then. So thank you, Brian.
Thank you.